Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Esports Universe Arena Summer Cup Qualifiers. Never Relinquish going up against Legion Gaming. Hayes, and he's now going to surely be rushed down by a few more Legion Gaming players.
He will get rushed down by Hayes, and Hayes at the back of the spawn, pushing through, drops that player inside of Geo, but Relinquish, you take a positive though.
Hayes 5 and 2, who we're currently on board with, really putting the shift in so far. He managed to get himself on a 4 streak earlier, only a few away, and now it's all on Fallon to do that as well. He's in fact going to be very close. He's only going to be about 175 points away from these streaks. He is going to be spotted out, and he isn't even going to win that gunfight. Doesn't even react to Jonas at the time being. And now the rest of the Legion players starting to collapse upon the hard point. 65 to 45 now, as the guys from Legion start to bring this one back even, and they're now pushing out the spawns from NR.
They're going to stack those bars inside the hills and let those PPs flood out those lanes. They're going to have player number 1, Jonas, flying out towards Rock, but they will run into 2 Legion players. A lead for the first time this game, as far as I know, from Legion, as they'll push into P2. They like the way they did last time, and they'd get, I think it was pretty much a good bit of time on this last time. Locked in the back spawns, replicate strategy, exact same thing. Full control for Legion, as they're forcing them now out towards turret. As long as they can kill Dende, should be dead to rights in a few seconds. We'll just jump on him just in pause. George has turned up, only 14 seconds in the hill, but when he's getting those kills, crucial, cutting off the spawns for Legion, stopping them from getting any sort of pressure. Those are the kills that matter in Call of Duty. The dirty work player for the side of NR. It's a nearly 30-point lead now for them. Legion now going to try and bring it back again, heading in towards turret. They're going to lick down these 34 seconds on Castle Road. Just forcing Relinquish to spawn all the way out towards P2. That's exactly what we wanted to do. What we saw last time, Relinquish broke this spawn almost with ease around the back and got that cave side. And see if Legion try and hold on this time and maintain that control. They got Hayes inside of the hill. Gets one, and going to get both. Like we saw last time, they're going to have that AR on top, and albeit last time it was almost useless because NR, they just stuck 2 subs inside the hill and said, you know what, you try and kill us from top cave, you can't push us, because Nova inside of the hardpoint was shutting them down. And again, an almost replicate strategy from Relinquish. They've got an AR on top. Again, Legion can't do anything, but the pinch develops in Nova. His teammates all spawning out, should be dead to rights. The pitch like different comms, a couple of kids over the top, and this man should be dead. And he is. Shut down Legion, not full control.
Finally, Hayes breaking into the hard point did do quite a bit of good work on the previous one to keep the advantage for Legion. The lead is fragile. 20 points now it's opening out to, and they need the assault rifle presence to start stepping up. It's going to be Hypno, in fact, going to find 2 right on cue. He knows his lines, and he's definitely there. Not going to fluff him. He has to find at least 2 more here to earn the streaks. He's going to get the glide. Now can he find Dende for nearly the full streaks, 25 points away. He's got his teammates inside the hill in the shape of Case as well, doing good work. Now Hypno's just going to lie in wait, but Case is taking all the kills away. We'll stay on board with Hypno for now to see if he finds any further pressure, but he is now going to be opened up. He is going to have an opportunity to sneak in behind. Rinzu at the top of the bricks here is surely going to get spotted away before getting shut down by the natural born killer. Hayes is going to be there to take that one away, along with Hypno, who finds the glide bomb. That's also going to net him further streaks. No, I apologize, he did die. We did see that. Anyway, Hayes now inside the hard point, looking to try and close this game out. They're only going to be 24 points away from doing it, but now NR with the break, come on in. It's up to Hypno to defend, and Nova is going to have other ideas, as Case is going to be the last man. Finally, everyone flooding into the hill from Legion. The nades come over from NR, but is it going to be enough to stop this? Legion now looking to try and close this game out. The nades from Hayes is not going to be enough to suppress Relinquish, but finally the attack falls, and Legion now are gifted an opportunity to close this one out. Rinzu is going to look towards a rotation, but I think Legion are going to be able to do it here.
I think they will be able to. It's crunch time for NR, but Hayes comes up with a good couple kills. 1, 2, 2 with the pistol. The Legion Gaming will shut it down. The last 2 seconds, 1 more for Fallon. But that'll be 250 to 174. Legion, they started very slow, but they came back in dramatic fashion. Hypno didn't even need all the streaks. He got what he needed in this 3-piece from Hayes. 1, who needs a PPSH when you've got a pistol that shoots like this? Gets 2. Legion, they solidify map 1.
Trying to get it down, but now we see Hayes going to pick a fight with Nova here shortly. I think they're very aware of each other's presence. They may have just spotted each other's shoulders as well. Hayes is going to lose the gunfight outright to Nova. Now it's up to the rest of the Legion players to react. Case is going to trade things away, but in comes the pinch there from Jonas. Now Fallon on the bomb site isn't going to fall, so it's going to be a 1 versus 1. Case is going to pick that one up as well. The 2 versus 1 in the end works out for him. He finds the 2 kills necessary to close that one out for Legion. And actually, that's going to be a really nicely played round from him. 3 kills in it for Case, sorry. And winning Legion there first on the offense. The spawns, like you say, may have burned advantage there.
This time with Rinzu getting those first couple of kills. We're going to jump up with him at this gate. He's going to fly the bomb in there, but he won't get that first pick. K's on streaks. K's on streaks. Nova will drop the team kill. Rinzu dropped by his own teammate, Dendi. And Jonas now left in what is a 2 versus 3 situation. They're not pinched just yet. Keeping our number 7 Hypno in middle map and trying to get something developing here. Just kind of sitting up in the top lane, just waiting around where was Fallon just trying to get something done, but not Hypno. We spoke about that flank, now still remaining on it. They're going to try and pinch him from both sides. Jonas He has no idea that Hypno's back here. There hasn't been any gunfights, Hypno. He'll just turn around and Hypno should finish that kill off. Nice and crisp. Give him the kneecaps and that'll be Legion responding again.
So we're looking to see here if this A site is going to be able to be converted. You see on your minimap all of the heads from Legion turning their attention towards this A site. It's going to be Hayes from the mid street, and it's going to be Fallon from up top as well, with the assault rifles looking to rain down death from above. And Fallon's going to have an opportunity to do so, but Dende surely not going to repeat here, as Kays is going to pick off Jonas. So this is leaving an opportunity here for the retake, but Legion are quickly running out of time. 23 seconds to do so, and they're going to look toward making headlines into the bomb site. But Nova having other ideas, taking down Hayes off of it. One player immediately in the close vicinity. Rinzu is going to be there to clean that one up. Now it's all on Fallon. 1 versus 2 now after that crucial kill. Sorry, I believe Hypno's also on the bomb as well. Is he going to get that defuse in time? He does. So Fallon does enough just to keep the NR players at bay. And finally, the defuse comes in. That must have been the longest 7.5 seconds of Hypno's life there.
Wow. He's going to spot a player inside of court. They're going to directly challenge him inside a street. This time it's forcing the bomb of Kays inside of top post. No, it's going to take 2 shots in the side. That'll drop him. And now a 2v4 for Rinzu and Dende. With 1 man in bottom post, he hasn't got a clue what Legion players have done. They've actually abandoned post completely. Again, pinned in a corner. Last time Hypno has got the flank secure. They've got all their angles locked down. From the outside, it looks like an NR loss. But like we saw from last time, NR, with Rinzu dropping as many kills as he is in positional play they're doing, anything could happen at this point.
Also, Rinzu's managed to collect a streak as well. So if I were him now, I'd be looking to try and keep this one alive and look for any exit kills that I can find of Legion on the bomb site. However, I do like that adaptation there from Legion. They finally realise they're going to get locked into the bomb site again, because NR are very quick to hit this flank, and they're always being quite positive about it. Legion, though, managing to adapt this time by starting pushing out the cuts. You saw Kays going aggressive into top post with the bomb. A bit of a ballsy play if it wouldn't have worked out, but in the end, it does convert. Rinzu now just looking to stay alive, really, more than anything here. And I think Legion are going to be more than happy to give that up to him as well. They'd love the points for the bomb going up as well. That's going to be progression towards streaks for, I believe, it's going to be Kays. So a bomb plant, 1 kill, and the explosion is going to put in 400 towards it. And that's going to give Legion their 4th round. So factors of 4 is what's coming in for the theme here for Legion. Let's see if they can make it 2-0 to continue that factor. On the defensive, you now know they're going towards that A bomb site, and in comes the glide bomb. It's going to go straight down on towards that site. He's going to have to run away from the plant. It's going to be Kays, and it's going to be in towards the hut. Isn't going to find anything, so a wasted streak, but it does gather the information. Legion now looking to try and retake. It's 3 versus 3, and now the bomb's going to get planted. Both Legion players who are defending the bomb are pushed out both sides, so they now have both of their angles besides the middle of the map completely locked down and secure. It's going to be Fallon doubling up with Kays and leaving Hypno to take it from the winery lot side of things. He's going to find one player. That's going to be Rinzu, a crucial scalp to take on this retake if they can. But here comes the crucial play. Now, the rest of the players starting to retake onto the site. Rinzu's in fact going to go towards the explosive, and he is going to find the fighter pilot, so that was the crucial part. And now it's all falling apart for Legion. The retake looks so good. They have players pinched out from both angles, but now only Hypno remains. With 12 seconds remaining, that's all he needs to do, and he does it in the end. Legion find their 5th, putting them on map point, and looking to take a 2-0 series lead.
We already saw some streaks from this side of Rinzu. Now, only just a glide bomber. NRG have quite a bit of artillery in their back pocket. And they'll send 1 man straight into the site. There's a risk for you. Keza drops him where he stands. They're going to all back up straight into the ammo lot. I believe the cuts, streaks in the hands of Rinzu. And there you go. Here comes the fighter pilot. They're going to drop this onto the B site. He's going to spot just the only one. He'll get that kill as well. He's going to get a bit of information on the A site, but he'll not spot Hypno in middle map. The bomb just idly sitting at that B site, but Hayes has got it completely locked down. The STG should shut it down, as they're now forced completely into winery. I mean, NR with 50 seconds left. Legion could just sit, but the streaks do come in.
Hayes finally meets his demise there, as Fallon now left to clutch up 1 versus 1. They've got it down to the possibility of closing this one out. He's got to go against Nova. He's looked hot so far, but he knows the location of the bomb, and he knows that Nova needs to go for it. And with 35 seconds, Nova's time is almost certainly limited. Fallon looking to have read the play here, though, potentially an up-top push coming in from Nova, but he's going to come around the back of the site instead. Fallon, if he peeks out here, is going to be caught out on timing, but the timing favours him just as they switch back. It's going to be a very close call to see if one of these players can at least make the ballsy play. It's going to be forcing the hand of Nova now. The clock is his worst enemy. He's going to have to peek to his right. Fallon is going to be there. The shots are in him, though, and they're in both of them. The grenade's going to go in. It's not going to clean anything up, and with 6 seconds remaining, all Fallon needs to do is stay alive, and he is going to manage it, and the kill to boot. So Legion take the 2-0 series lead after closing Search and Destroy on Samurai Demon out 3-6. Apologies, guys, for the BRB screen. OBS likes to keep switching it back, so I'll keep an eye on that one to make sure it doesn't keep switching. Either which way, I think NR are actually going to dip straight out of this lobby. I think 1 or 2 players have already left. And this is over. Legion have already put this one away. Going to be Legion Gaming. We just saw them take down, what was it? Never Relinquish. That was the one. Either which way, they're going up against the might of Vertex, a team which we've seen a lot of recently. And now we're back in, so we've just got this one sorted this time. Either which way, it's going to be Fallon jumping on in. He's got 2 players to challenge, and he's not going to be able to sustain all that information at once. It's Falcon who's going to be pushing his way into the hard point, along with the support of his teammates. They need to get Hypno off the hard point stat, though, because this scoreline is going to quickly start to spiral out of control for the guys on Vertex, and they are very, very quickly going to lose control of this game.
Now, is that something you want to have on London Docks? You don't want to have a massive lead of 30, 40, 50, 60 points, whatever it may be, to try and come back from, because if you don't lock down a good couple of hills, simple rotation to 10. If you can get those gelled together, you can get probably a good 150 points if you want out of those good hills if you hold it good enough. And like I said, rotate from mid statue to P2. Vertex will take 10 seconds off this time. They'll have Corns taking what's remaining of the scrap. Doing so, they've given Legion full control. They've got a man pushed out towards Cole. They've got full hill control, especially these two in the back. There's number 3. Fallon is one. He's going to spot one in the back as well. He has a bit of help as well in the form of Hayes. He's going to drop it all on Fallon. Gets 1, gets 2, gets all 3 in the back. Full control for Legion Gaming. He's not going to be able to push out P5 with 40 seconds left. Legion are giving so much freedom right now, George, to push out towards 10. With 1 player pushing around the back of the spawn. If you can lock this down, you can indeed. 3, albeit Vertex get a kill. But Legion, you spoke about the lead, George. It's starting to build 61 to 11. Legion in full control.
Legion seems to be just really running away with this one here. It is basically a story of that back spawn being held down there by Fallon. On a bit of a streak, finally been cut down off of it now, and now respawned back to find 1 more kill. But he did do some good work. That 3-piece is bigger than we can possibly imagine for the time being. But that nade from the guy there, which is going to be Fallon, on Legion to push Vertex themselves pretty much back into a level pegging for this game. Put themselves in. Falcon nearly gets turned and burned there by Kaiser. And it's going to be the hail falling surely into the control of Legion. It switches hands, and Vertex now out of control, out of luck, and out of time. This game is running away from them. The 60 points, the advantage soon to be. The stick comes out from Hayes, and now the hard point, they're just going to give it up, rotate on over, as the kills still continue to fall in Legion's favour, even when the Vertex players know exactly where they are. It's 1 more player, Rico finding 2. Can he make it 3? Not to be. And inside the new hard point is going to be no one for the time being. Finally, though, the Vertex spawn comes in, and they're going to be able to make their way there with the assistance of the teammates in the middle of the map.
Melts into there, but they spawn all the way towards P5. They come all the way through underground, and in the end they can now put pressure on them from the back and the front as well. P's now needs to go now. They can't delay this. In the end, the pinch was promising to be developed, but they didn't actually get much of it done. And Beer, speaking about how much of a money hill 10 is, they kind of split the points here. 30 Vertex, 30 almost for Legion. Is
he needs to start building his confidence, really. I feel like once you have a start like this, often in a game of hardpoint as well, where it's so slay heavy, you need to start getting some confidence built under your belt. Find a 3-piece to start popping off or something like that. But Legion right now are giving Vertex absolutely no breathing room as we go back over towards the statue hardpoint. The gap opening up yet again towards the 60-point margin, and they're just going to start pushing out the cuts with a nice 3 dead. And Legion are on cruise control for this one, Dan.
I mean, you said it. They're being outside massively. There's 2 things you can do when you're being outside. 1, you can either, like George said, pop a couple 3-pieces, start getting momentum, starting to get the comms gas, starting to get a bit of hype in the squad. The other thing is out-rotate your opponents. They did that once. They did that inside of 10. That's really the only time they did it. P5, they tried it. In the end, they lost their gunfights. It only works if you win your gunfights as well. And in the end, Legion since then have just out-rotated them. 30 points, I believe they got in towards the tail end of that rotation. This second rotation, Legion 170 to 82. They're closing in on what could be a win, heading in from P2, and maybe even to 10. I don't think this will go beyond 10. It might not even leave P2 for the time being, as Corns and Co die around the hard point. Hayes gets 1. KZ contributes to another one as well. He's not hunting for some score streak. The first score streaks might have actually had in quite a while. Of course, saw them get a couple on CTF earlier. So there you go. They all spawn it towards Cole. They'll get 1. They'll get 2. The glide bomb hits nothing, George. With Legion, they maintain control. They can get a couple more kills, shut down this 1 player towards the right. They win the gunfight. And Legion with 44 seconds left. They can't win on this hard point, but sure, they can get so damn close. Yeah, natural born killer here. Hayes doing exactly what he was born to do. Finding a 3-piece now. Got a few more players to kill. Not going to end up working out though. Peace is going to finally appease the rest of the Vertex roster by standing up to the plate a little bit here. Finally, Vertex find their way back into this one, but the mortar strike, artillery barrage now coming in. Could be too much for them. It could prove too hot to handle as Vertex now are pushed out of the hard point. The streak is going to take down Rico. Falcon is there to try and retake, but his single-handed work is not going to be enough to take down the Legion Gaming roster. And now they're going to be in control
control with 40 seconds remaining on this hard point. Only 30 are required for Legion here, and Vertex might not even get to the 100-point mark.
That's such a good artillery from the side of Legion. They drop it right in front of their own spawn. They're risking their lives. What they can't do is, well, you saw him try to push forward. The Legion players were crossing to the hard point in that spot. You can't push into 4 players. He can't pull back because the artillery is literally behind him. That's what kills him. And in the end, Rico doesn't get much. Vertex's strongest hill they've ever rotated to this game. In the end, in the second rotation, amounts to absolutely nothing but a Legion to 50 to 85.
That was success, and it was Fallon to open that one out before. Let's see if he can do it again here. He's going to have the opportunity to certainly do so. Going to play a very similar position to what he did previously, and he's going to catch one out immediately, but Rico, with the superior shots, and potentially the host advantage as well, is in fact going to find that kill. And now Hayes, isolated, cold, and alone on the B-bomb site as his teammates start to pinch him from the other side.
A flank from Rico. Kaysa is doing the exact same thing. He's going to come right up behind Peas. He's going to get that kill now. If they can pinch effectively right now, that's exactly what they're going to do. Hayes is going to fly. Hayes is going to be slightly one-shot with the STG in hand. He's going to not spot that man up top. He can just kind of play his life. He's going to spot him now. Corns is going to drop. Then in the middle, they can be pinched from the side. Rico, 1 versus 3 now. With Hypno on the bomb, he's going to spot him in the host advantage in the earlier gunfight. Hypno, the head advantage now on the bomb site. Gets that round. And Night George's stream shows +1. Legion now up. What is what? 2-1 now in the map.
Catches, I think, Falcon out on the positioning just a little bit as he comes to the door. In the which way, though, it's going to give an advantage here to Vertex. It's map point for them. And Corns is not going to be able to do the heroics in this round, but it is going to be Rico and Peace to trade things back and forth. Falcon now looking to try and not get caught out between a timing net, and he is going to fall straight into that one from Fallon. Now 2 versus 2. Hayes and Fallon going up against Peas and Rico. Peas is going to find a nice shot there now. Up to Fallon again. He's had too many opportunities here. A 1 versus 3, which he nearly clutched, and another 1 versus 3, which he nearly managed as well. Can he muster the 1 versus 2 conversion? He has to go back to find the bomb right here, and it's up to Rico to be the man to do it, and he is going to find it. Finally, Hayes with a clutch in the end gets it after 2 bites at the cherry. On the 3rd attempt, he gets 3rd time lucky and works it out in the end. The 1 versus 2 comes out. Legion still within a shot of this one. 3-5 now. Vertex still on that map point.
With the bomb in hands of Falcon, they're going to just rotate this bomb to the B side, or the A side I should say, but they're going to run right into Case. Coming through bunker, gets 1, gets both. And now they're panicking. They have no idea where to go right now to the boys on Vertex. They're almost pinned. They want to go to B, but they know Legion have a presence. They want to go to A, but they know they can't. Hypno beams, and Hypno gets both. Legion, full control of both sites. I want to see this. Gets 1, snaps inside a bunker. Jack, that's not allowed. I'm going to have words with him, because that is not allowed. Legion.
Falcon is going to be put down, and there's going to be no trade there from Vertex. Rico's now going to go for the aggressive flank. Is he going to be caught out on timing? No, he doesn't seem to be so far. He has Hayes as the first point of contact, and Hayes is going to spot him, I believe. They're just on the cross. Now, Corns opening things up. Hayes still with the advantage in that gunfight, gets the first shots, and now they're going to try and funnel in through the U-bend. This is the Vertex defense now, starting to collapse upon the site. It's going to be Hypno up top, and a few shots being traded back and forth. Vertex still yet to come in with this one. The bomb is going to get planted though, and the trade comes back in. It's Peased for Corns. It's going to be back and forth, and the bomb is going to go down. So 40 seconds remain. Remember, 7.5 to defuse, which really, really limits the time of Vertex here. Hypno and Hayes going to be up against Rico and the boys, and it's going to be Peased who's going to close that one out. Rico comes in with a perfectly timed pinch. So now it's a 3 dead for them off the start. It's going to be Peas, the only person left up as Corns comes off the respawn. All the Vertex players spawning back here, but Fallon finding some hell of a kill. And Hayes also jumbling up for a second as well is going to give an opportunity here for Legion to have the first flag pulled. There's going to be an opportunity sure is knocking hard on down the door now of the Vertex base. It's going to be a few players spawning up over on that right hand side. It's going to be Rico first to fall. Peas now last man standing, and surely this is where the flag's got to go. This is where it's got to go away, but somehow Legion are just not going for it. They're just waiting, biding their time, finding the kills, and now they're going to pounce. They need to get out of the base though whilst they still can. Rico's going to be there. If he can find 2, it's big, but Fallon is going to get away with it. The players on the overextension surely going to cut him off. It's definitely a team play game though, this CTF's team play is paramount, and Legion right now all be finding the kills, but they're not going to be finding the flags. Rico's going to put a stop to that madness, and he's finally going to get cut down with the rest of the Legion boys. Now they're going to go for the overextension. It's going to be Case and Hayes pushing their way up the map. They have a few players to contend with off the respawn though, and it's going to go for the long range engagement against Corns. It's going to be Hayes to find the first blood inside of the Vertex base. It's going to be Peace to fall. Corns and Rico now at the back. There is one player, which is going to be Falcon, going on the overextension just to come in behind here. In fact, it's going to be two players trying to hit that. Hayes now has to read the play. He finds one. Not going to find this third as well. It's going to be Falcon, last man standing, has to find the kills, and he is going to manage that onto his nearly namesake Fallon. There is going to be two players up, though, inside the base still from Legion. Hypno is going to be there with the support of Case. Case is going to get on by, but that's not going to work for Hypno.
They're not going to have Falcons ready to pinch from middle now. They can get this going, but they're just waiting. You see player number 6 following him up through middle. Rico. And now Corns drops on the left side. This is going to fall the pinch. Falcons in bottom base. He's going to drop as well. All 4 members drop. Legion recover their base defense, where their offense has been slow, their defense has been pretty darn strong with less than a minute to go. They now pounce on the Vertex base. They can get a couple kills, George. And this flags out. We're looking at a 1-0 lead heading into halftime.
So either which way, Hypno now going to be pushing on in for the Legion Gaming, guys. There's going to be a few kills falling back in their favour, and potentially the opportunity here at a flag capture they've been looking for. But Rico looking to play. Spoiler, 2 kills for him, and it's flawless. He's going to go straight for the overextension to cut them off at the legs. Legion, are they going to be able to get this flag in is the crucial question. Hayes is home free for the time being. He's being chased down, scavenged away by 2 players, but the play is on Rico here. If he can stay alive in the base, it is massive. He is literally, he can hear Hypno breathing at this point, and he's going to walk right into him. Hayes is actually going to get the flag capture in at the end of the half, and that is going to be as good as over. Vertex now finding themselves 0-1 down after fighting valiantly for most of the half on defense, on a back foot most of the time, and it's Kaiser with the 3 kills in the defense to get this flagpole really started. He kickstarts it, turns the motor, and starts the spark.
By the time they got to their base, but it's like you said, George, they're taking too long to get. That was 1 flag inside the last minute, where they really should have had 3-4. And now they're going to get themselves back into the Vertex base. They're forcing Vertex to now spawn back. They know they force that spawn towards that left-hand side. They realize they've spawned them gun. Hypno, he's going to turn. Hypno has got the pistol in hand. He's got the flag out. He'll just try and go for that instead. Hayes will try it too, but Pease will shut him down. Just kind of lets everybody just walk on past Hayes. Because you know what? Well, I'm just going to sit here in the base by myself. They're going to allow his teammates to just spawn it now. Now, he can't wait too long, because he knows the teammates, if they get these kills, they're going to spawn out, and he has to know exactly what side they're spawning. He's going to pull this flag. Going to bring up wood. He's got teammate support. They're going to spawn them directly. Should be on that right hand side. They do. They spawn them bottom med bay, and this flag is good home and dry. Hayes, we spoke about his ability in the first half. Himself and Case getting our first cap. That's the complete Hayes show for that second cap. Great strategy to just play his life inside of the base. We said, George, that they were too slow at getting 1 cap. At times, maybe slowing it down to just a couple miles per hour can get you that second cap. Legion now in full control.
It's going to be the natural born ninja instead there, sneaking in behind the rest of the base, not finding any kills on the way in. And Kay's, in fact, going to be the man to actually make the difference there. On the defense, he finds 2, stops the flag, and manages to give a clean passage, a safe passage home for Hayes. And now the kills coming in their favour yet again. They're actually going to go straight off the starting pistol for this flag capture. They're going to go straight off the bat, and it's number 7 who's going to be Pease, the only man in a position to stop it, but he's going to be cut down immediately. Hypno now going to put in Legion Gaming's third. We're looking good here for Legion Gaming to take a 2-1 series lead, and now we're good. It's 3-0, 2 minutes 48 remain, and that's that. That's going to be game number 2, and that's 2-1, sorry, game number 3 going Legion's way. 2-1 series lead is going to be in their favour, and now we move into a game which they have certainly found success in before. It's going to be Hardpoint. We're going back there again. Find more. The oncoming pressure from the Legion Gaming roster is going to be difficult to sustain. With 22 seconds remaining, though, it is looking good for Vertex to keep in control.
And with a lead of 17, excuse me, a lead of 17-9 so far for Vertex. A lot of control in middle. Hardpoint, heavily contested Hardpoint, like it is on every single map. I think we've got a map that hasn't got a heavily contested even Hardpoint. Even Valkyrie, we've even seen in the CWL, is heavily contested in the middle. Sainte Marie, very much like that. 17-15, an almost tied game heading into Winery. And the field push as well. If they can time the field push and the back push well together, it's be one hell of a break from the side of Vertex. We've got 1 man to deal with in the back. You'll notice a glide bomb coming in as well from KZ. 1 man in the back is shut down. That was Rico trying to make a play. They shut him down. And what that does is they force the spawn completely out of field, and they've got it washed. But Hayes has actually got eyes on middle because they've got a man to deal with in Rico. No, they split the push again. It's twice Vertex has split the push and it doesn't work. They get a kill in middle map, but in the end it amounts to nothing. It's Legion from 15 I should say, to now be up to 45, a full 60 pretty much on Winery. And as the rotation now to parking lot comes in, keep an eye on the man over there, player number 3. His name is Falcon, and he's almost lonesome, but Legion, for really now, all spawn close. A couple gunfights for him to win. Don't have any sort of control.
Looking good though here for Vertex to try and get a little bit of time back on this new rotation. They obviously have the spawn locked down, but those 3 kills are going to be a big difference maker as Legion start to push their way in. They're ruthless in their advances, and Hayes is going to surely spot out Falcon at the back here. He is going to be peppered up, but isn't going to be tagged away. And now the nades coming in as well is going to finally clean up Falcon. There is another player there for good measure, but inside the hard point, Legion have locked this one down immediately. The strength in numbers is there. I want to see if KZ managed to finally lock out that fighter pilot, which he did as well, but now the long spawn is coming in for him. He's spawning a distance away. Vertex have managed to solidify the spawns, but still not the hard point. That's the crucial thing. That's what wins you the game. You can't have the spawns if you can't have the hard point. If you don't have the spawns, they've already got one piece of the puzzle, but they haven't managed to find the last bit now. It's going to be Fallon, the last point of defense, and now finally Vertex climb their way in. 20 seconds to the better for them here, but Legion surely just going to give this one up for the rotation. It would be the smart play to make, and as you see on your minimap, number 7, which is going to be Hypno, is already preparing for that one, but they just bust straight through. 3 men is all it takes. 3 men is all it takes for Legion to just take down the whole Vertex roster and at least stop them from scoring for another 5 seconds.
Sitting there for 25 seconds, the first gunfight he loses, albeit it's versus the 4-man, the Red Militia, the Red Wave of Vertex flooding on through. Couldn't get much else done than that, but Fallon inside of the hard point. Well, Fallon making his way over to the hard point now with the artillery being dropped over towards that side. Slightly poor placement as it gives almost a free run towards the middle map, but I think you can still get past that. Yeah, there you can. Corns, as it disappears, now it gets right on through, but look, they're pinned almost. The tank get out of barn side. They're now sending 3 into bottom grannies, and that's running them right into the AR that is at bottom, and the AR that is in top middle as well. Player number 7, Hypno, and Keza in middle map as well, trying to shut down these angles. 18 seconds left, George. The first rotation. Vertex left middle with 17 seconds. They now come back to middle with just, I believe, 17 more. That is mad. 17 points.
It's just something else, isn't it now? Just something else. And I believe it's going to be Corns as well, just dipping straight out of this one. No, just he's had enough. Completely gone. He goes and times out. I think he must have just turned his PS4 off or something, and in the end it's going to be Legion Gaming inevitably cleaning this one up. It's been complete domination as KZ looks to try and go for a second fighter pilot here, as he's going to call in the glide bomb. KZ's been really dominating this game. 18-7 from him, 13-7 from Fallon, 13-9 from Hypno, 14-11 from Hayes. It's just domination. Everyone's going to start dipping out. Falcon disconnects. KZ finds 2. That's full streaks yet again. Legion have wrapped this game up in a silver bow, wrapped it, sent it to Germany and the Netherlands with love. It's going to end on early, and that's going to be Vertex falling after having a decent showing in Search and Destroy. Making it this far, it must be tough, but that's going to be Legion Gaming, going to be your first qualified team into the Summer Cup for the Esports Universe Arena.